welcome back. We are here for Volume 4 of the Commissioners Report, a CGI Madden League podcast. We are your host, the commissioners of the CGI Madden League. I am the head commish, _game836. You can follow me at _game836 on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. And then to my right would be one of my co-commissioners, the Solution 113. What up, yo?
What's good? What's good?
Not much, man. What's going on with you?
Same old, man. On the grind.
On the grind?
It is.
That's good. That's good. And then to my left is my other co-commissioner,
Yes, sir.
Mad 88 Titan Thanos.
Yeah. You know what it is. You know.
One day you'll change to a shorter name.
I may. I just don't know what name I want to change it to yet, but I may do that.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Welcome back. This is the shortest block we've had in between shows, I think.
Yeah. We're getting there.
So.
Yeah,
We're getting there. We're getting in rhythm.
Yeah, some rhythm, some consistency would be nice. You know,
yeah.
We're getting there. Should be a fun episode today. We got a few things to talk about. We're going to dig into our State of Madden 20 topic of the week, which is about sportsmanship.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, sportsmanship in Madden, of course.
Of course.
It's the State of Madden 20 topic of the week. So we will get into talking about that, and then we'll catch up with season 33. We're at week 12 as of the recording of this episode. We're week 12 of our 33rd season, our fourth season here of Madden NFL 20. So we will dive into some of the stats and some of the what's going on with the teams and how everything is looking headed towards that final stretch towards the playoffs. Then we're going to probably spend more time in the CGI Sports Den.
Let's do it.
That's something we introduced last episode.
Yeah.
It was our first foray into the CGI Sports Den, and we had a lot of fun with it. And there's a lot going on in sports.
Yes,
A whole
it
bunch,
is.
yeah.
There's a lot
Yes,
going on in
it
sports,
is.
especially the last couple weeks. So we will spend a good amount of time in the CGI Sports Den. But first, we want to make sure that you guys are following us, anybody that's listening to the CGI Madden League podcast, the Commissioner's Report here. We want to make sure you're following us. You can follow us on Twitter at CGI Madden League. You can follow us on YouTube at Clutch Gene League, or you can follow us on Podbean at Clutch Gene Intel. So make sure you're following us in case you are interested in the CGI Madden League and want to keep up with what's going on.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool.
Yes, sir.
Cool. So let's go ahead and jump into it. The State of Madden 20 topic of the week. So the reason I bring up this topic, I don't know. I don't know if it started with me.
I think it did.
You think it started with me?
I'm 99% sure it started with you. 99.
So last Madden 19,
Mm-hmm.
got into a little phase where I stopped saying the old famous words that are supposed to follow the completion of a game.
Right.
Those initials, the acronym is GG.
Mm-hmm.
Good game. The reason I stopped was because, part of it is because I'm a little bit of a sore loser. I'll admit it.
Hey,
I
think all of us are.
Yeah.
I can't figure out.
It's the
Everybody.
competitive side in a man.
Right.
Sometimes you just, and for me, I played team sports when I was younger. I stopped playing team sports probably once I got to middle school is when I stopped playing team sports. So I don't, I guess people who play team sports have probably a little bit better sense of sportsmanship and that, following the game, you shake hands, this, that, and the other.
Right.
Maybe some people who stuck with team sports throughout their, their teen years and into being a young adult, maybe they have a better appreciation for that.
Well,
I
I played
don't.
team sports for a long time.
Yeah.
And
So did I.
I still, if I don't feel like I want to say good game, I'm not going to say good game. I just played EA Kid in a Gridiron.
Okay.
And he
So
said
a playoff game, right?
It was a playoff game.
Okay.
I went up 14-0. And then he does what he does best. He called somebody at EA,
Mm.
and everything started working in his favor.
Correct.
And,
right. This is a thing that happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's EA Kid.
This is
But
documented.
yes, it's documented. Just watch the games. I'm not lying. But so he said, "Good game." And remember the scene in Boys in the Hood when Ice Cube was like, "Shut up, bitch." I sent him that gift. I clearly was joking, you know what I'm saying? Because Kid's my guy. I rock with Kid.
Yeah.
But I sent him that gift. But in true Kid fashion, he sent the 50 Cent gift with 50 Cent rides off and
laughs.
So I was like, he get it, so he cool. But I mean, there's no need to, sometimes I don't feel like I want to say good game. In certain instances, like, yes, I am a sore loser. And most of the time, if I don't say good game, it's because of the way I lost.
Right.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's because of the way I lost. If I get beat convincingly or handily, like, you know what I'm saying, by a good user or something like that,
Sure.
I don't mind saying good game because, hey, I'm competitive, but I respect when a person is straight up.
Mm-hmm.
When it's cheesy stuff, when it's the cheese, like, you know what I'm saying, we ain't gonna say no names because, you know what I'm saying, but when it's the cheese, that's when I'm like, man, I'm not saying good game to this shit. And they know who they are. We don't gotta say no names. You know who you are. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a lot in CGI, but we do got a couple in there where it's like, what? Like, how can you not think that's not cheese? But,
What's your thoughts, Solution?
I mean, it's the same thing like Wakanda said. If I get beat and I feel like you were the better man, I have no problem. Hats off to you. But if I'm getting beat by some fluke cheesy stuff and you high-stepping into the end zone and all this stuff, how you think I feel?
Yeah.
You think I'm going to, and he'd be like, hey, good game, bro. Hell of a game. I'll be like, dog, shut up. That's what I want to tell him. But most of the time I push through and I say good game.
I never dance on my opponent no matter what the score is. I never do it. I never do it.
It's just not part of my game.
And I'm not mad when people do it. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, don't do it if you're losing, though. Because it's gonna make me want to run the score.
That's the worst.
If you do it when you're losing, I'm gonna run the score.
But I don't understand why people do that. You down by 3 touchdowns and you high stepping into the end zone.
I know an individual in particular that high stepped on me when he was losing. I was like, I bet. Like, I'm coming out in shotgun.
I want to say I used to be in a division with Trevor. Maybe like Madden 17. I used to be in a division with Trevor. And he used to do that. He would be losing, but he would still celebrate, and it would infuriate me. I used to freaking, oh my God, I used to hate Trevor so much.
You know what's funny,
but that's
though?
my guy, though.
I see Trevor. I can, like, when you say Trevor did it, I be like, I can see Trevor doing that. So I'm not mad at it. He's been playing good, though.
Trevor, our Detroit Lions owner.
And hip hop head too.
Big time hip hop head.
Really? Trevor be
Eminem stan.
He be I like Eminem, but anyway, but we talking football. But he be knowing his music. He be knowing his music.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So, I'm right there with y'all along the same lines of it's how you lose. I feel like the general perception, is that you're supposed to say, GG every time.
That's not in the rule book.
That's a fact.
It's not in the rule book.
It's definitely not.
So it's not. You don't have to say good game.
Right. So the people that take offense to not having GG said to them, that part I never understood. And maybe in a future episode we can bring somebody on who does have that mindset and wants to speak out and say why they think they should receive a GG no matter what.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm along the same lines with you guys where it's about how you lose. And I think when people play with a certain, you can kind of feel a tone of how people are playing against you.
Right.
You can tell when somebody's playing against you in a respectful way, and then you can tell when somebody's playing against you in a disrespectful way.
For sure.
Most definitely.
And you can feel it, and if I can feel it, then there's no need for me to tell you GG at the end,
right.
whether I won or whether I lost.
Right.
No,
seriously. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect me on the sticks now.
And then there's times where, like you said, the game was good. It was literally a good game.
Yeah.
I'll say GG to you.
Right.
Yeah.
It's up to you then to choose whether you want to say it back or just move on about your life.
For sure.
Right.
Guess what? I'm not going to have any hard feelings if you don't want to say it.
Neither am I.
Fine.
Neither am I. If you don't say good game back, that's cool.
You're not obligated to.
No.
There's nothing, nowhere that it says good game is required or
Not at all.
points or something like that. Yeah, it's not required.
Yeah, so the people who are getting upset and frustrated about it, it's not that big of a deal.
It's really not.
It's like
Sportsmanship is a thing. It would be great if it was all around, everybody, fist bumped after games or over this, that, and the other. But if you're gonna be disrespectful with your gameplay, then I don't feel the need to give you any respect back that you won that game or lost that game, whatever the case is.
And on top of that, all these people that's saying GG, half the time they don't mean it anyway. They're just saying it just okay, I'm gonna say it, get it out the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're just used to saying, and you know what? I think it's probably 2 seasons ago, Train
That's my dude. That
My
Mr.
man,
Mr.
Train.
Mr. No Nonsense.
Yeah, he don't play no games.
Train is our New Orleans Saints owner. Shout out to them. They're 8-2, 8-3,
Yeah,
something like that.
solid. He playing good.
They're
He
rolling.
is.
Playing good.
He, I want to say he changed his name. He either changed his name or he made a statement in the chat. This is when we were in GroupMe, and he basically said, "If it ain't no GG, don't send me a GG."
I remember that.
I respect
do
that.
remember
I respect that.
And yo,
it makes sense to me.
it makes sense to me as well.
I'm
All right.
rolling.
We can end it on that then.
Yeah,
We
I'm
can end it
rolling,
on
yeah.
Train quote.
I
That's
totally
good.
back that up. That's our State of Madden 20 topic of the week.
There it is.
Sportsmanship. If you have a rebuttal to our sportsmanship topic, let us know.
Let's
Tweet
go.
us.
There it is.
Tweet us at CGI Madden League, and we will maybe we'll bring you up on our next episode. We'll talk about your rebuttals,
Let's see.
and then we'll rebuttal back to you.
There it is.
I'm with
There it
it.
is. Twitter fingers.
Yeah.
Twitter fingers.
So, like I mentioned, we're in our 33rd overall season of CGI Madden League. It's the 4th season of Madden 20, which is the year 2022. We're at week 12.
Yeah.
I think we advanced to week 13 tonight.
Yes.
As of this recording.
No. Tomorrow. Because
No.
we advanced last night.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Didn't we advance last night?
No, it's tonight because there's only one game left, and they're playing right now actually. So yeah, we're advancing tonight.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going crazy. It's
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Madden
so
will do that to you.
yeah, it will. It will. So yeah, advancing to the 13th week later on this evening. It's been a weird season.
For me, I can actually, and let me make this for the record. Let me make this for the record for one guy in particular
Yeah,
who's
'cause
the owner of the Packers.
There's
'Cause-
people who've been
man.
accusing you
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
things.
Listen,
Oh.
but here's the thing. That lets me know they respect my game. So
That is true.
I appreciate that.
That is true.
Like, you
People think
understand?
highly of you as a owner of and a coach.
And
so
I
that's
appreciate
good.
I appreciate that. The thing is, when you can't run and you have to pass, I'm very one dimensional. You
Yeah,
understand what
understood.
I'm saying? So I can't run. I literally can't run the ball. Like I stretch plays stuffed.
Mhm.
Up the middle, stuff. Like, you
Tell
know
me
what I'm
about it.
saying?
You preaching to the choir.
I can't run, so I'm forced to throw all the time. And we're gonna talk about it. Unbeknownst to me, you know what I'm saying? Pass it, I didn't know I was doing the things that I was doing because I'm passing so much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? But when you're constantly on defense, in our league, it's a lot of competition. People can start pretty much figuring out, okay, he's sending blitzes this way,
Right.
he's running this coverage,
Mhm.
he's doing this, he's doing that, so they know what I'm doing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So that's why I've been. I had 2 custom playbooks, defense and offense, and I've been going back to like running with New Orleans, West Coast, Kyle Shanahan's offense.
Yeah.
I tried Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Pittsburgh
so
is
people
crazy.
can start looking like, okay, they don't know what I'm doing when I come out in certain formations.
That's something that I do is when I find myself in a funk, I
Mhm.
usually will
Play with the playbook.
Yeah, I'll play with a regular
Yeah.
standard playbook just to kind of give myself back to basics before I go back to my custom book that
Right.
has some more
Man,
high advanced plays. in it.
exotic stuff, right?
that
Yeah.
West Coast far and near,
Mhm.
they
Man,
got
I'm
some
trying-
formations in
Wow.
that joint and some
Wow.
routes where it's just like
And it's
if-
only in that playbook.
Only in that playbook.
only in that playbook. I'm talking about. When I was creating my custom playbook, I was
Yeah.
like, "Yo, am I tripping? Like, am I not
Right.
finding this shit? Like,
That was me like 3 seasons ago.
Yeah.
West Coast playbook,
it's phenomenal. It might be one of the best playbooks offensively.
I think so. It's not. A lot of people will probably turn their nose up at it because it doesn't have that many plays, but the quality
Yeah.
is way more quality. It's
Yeah.
quality over quantity.
and they got
for
this
sure.
the single back 4 wide.
Yeah.
You definitely don't see that in many playbooks.
No,
that's a good
you
point.
don't.
Yeah.
The single back 4 wide will confuse the heck out of a
Mhm.
defense.
Yeah, and it's
You come-
interesting because then you can audible to a gun for a wide.
Absolutely,
You know.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Or you can do a motion and put it on trips
Ooh.
over there. You understand what I'm saying?
And you know they got the single back where it's 3 receivers. No, it's 2 receivers. Was it 3 receivers in the tight end? Where they had a tight end in the slot. I forgot
Yeah,
if it's 4
right.
wide, something like that. But
yeah.
yeah, it's a lot of different combinations that they have, and the route combinations, the post routes that they have in that book.
Yeah. So like,
They got post routes coming
look
out
at
of everything.
it. Look at it. A lot of people use it, but when it came to Tyree, I was like, I gotta this custom playbook. It's not
Tyree
for
Jackson.
him. Tyree Jackson.
Yeah. Mhm.
It doesn't work for him. So the West Coast and San Fran is his 2.
Okay.
That's his 2. So
Okay. And just for context, you have started your season 0-11.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't want to say my record out
Sorry,
there,
but
but it's okay.
Some people may accuse you of tanking.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Some people may accuse you
at
of
this
tanking.
particular point, I gotta bite the bullet. Like, you understand what I'm saying? You know, it's only one person.
when you
really-
get that far, yeah.
Yeah,
Like at that point, what's the
Right.
point?
What's
Yeah,
the point of even?
I can't even argue
yeah.
no more.
Mhm.
Here's what I will say to my guy, the Packers. I didn't win a bowl and then tank the very next season.
He claimed he wasn't tanking.
That's tanking.
He claimed he wasn't, but
My man, that's a tank. But we'll discuss it later in the chat because I know he's going to have something to say after you hear it.
most
But that's my guy, though. But, yeah, so, I'm not tanking. Like, ask Dev that I tank a Super Bowl champion. Ask the Buccaneers that I try to tank.
You went toe-to-toe with him in that matchup.
And I
So
lost.
2 weeks
the
ago.
champ.
Yep.
And I lost. So, ask Dev.
There you go.
Dev name holds clout because he's a 2-time Super Bowl champion. So.
So I guess let's start with the NFC side. Somebody explain to me how the NFC East is holding up to the name of being the NFC least. They have 4 teams in the division, just like any other division,
Mhm.
and all 4 teams are under 500.
I think.
How is this possible?
You know what? I think maybe scheduling. Maybe people are starting to get busy in that division.
Now, these aren't Sims and force losses. They've all been playing their
Oh, they've
games.
been
Now, from what I've seen, the Redskins, his first 7 games were literally the most brutal 7-game stretch you could ever imagine.
we don't have a schedule.
Yeah, we'd have to pull up the schedule, but I wouldn't want to play that schedule that he
Okay.
had. I know that for a fact. So with that, because they're all in the same division, I'm
Mhm.
assuming, they all had these same tough games for the
Yeah,
most part,
yeah.
except
Right.
for on Wyatt's end, on the Redskins end, they had the first place schedule. So he
Yeah.
had to play the first place NFC teams along with the AFC South is
Right.
the division that they're playing,
Mm-hmm.
and whatever NFC division that they're playing. I'm not even sure. I'll have to pull up their schedule as we go along here.
Got
But
you.
yeah, the whole division is under 500. The Orbits currently lead the division at 4-6 as of this recording. I think he's playing his game right now against the Vikings. So
Okay.
we'll find out if he can get to 5-6 and get closer to 500. But the Giants are 4-7. The Redskins are 4-7. The Cowboys are 2-9. These are 4 really good teams that are
I don't
bringing
have
up
to-
the rear. It sucks.
Now, I hate the Cowboys. Everyone should know this.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
But there's no way.
I don't understand it. I
You
don't
already know what I'm saying.
understand.
It's a 94 overall team. That actually all 4 teams. The Cowboys are 94 overall. The Orbits are 93 overall. The Giants are 93 overall. The Redskins
What?
are 94 overall.
BK got them to a 93.
Yes. Mhm.
Probably through free agency, overpaying people. I know
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what he does.
The Giants will spend a lot of money.
Hey, God bless them.
Here, I have the Redskins schedule here. So the Redskins schedule, the first half. This is the first 7 weeks before his bye week. He was at Vikings. He lost by 3. He played the Orbits. He lost by he lost 30-12.
Mm.
At Buccaneers, he lost 31-3. At Packers, he lost 26-14.
Oh, yeah, he had a brutal schedule.
Yes, he did.
He got his first win of the season against the Titans in a close one, 22-16, excuse me.
Formidable opponent.
He won his second game of the season against the Cowboys, 24-21.
That don't count.
And then he lost to the Bears, Don Cool Gaming, 21-7. And then he got his bye week. So he was at his week 8 bye week, he was 2-5.
Tough schedule.
Since then,
Yeah,
he
tough.
also lost to the Colts. He got destroyed by the Lions, 44-14. And then he squeaked one out against the Giants this week.
beat
Yeah.
Watt 44-14?
44-14.
Have you seen Trevor's quarterback? He's a
Yeah,
monster.
that Lions team is something.
Yeah.
He
serious.
almost traded me the quarterback, but I think either somebody said something to him or he came to his senses.
Yeah.
Because he was about to trade me that quarterback,
I asked
and I
about
was
it.
like, let's do the deal.
I asked about
Right
that
now.
quarterback too.
And he was like, all right, hold on, let me think on it. I was like, nah. I was like, he's not going to do it. But he almost did it.
Yeah.
And had he traded me that dude,
Hey,
I'm not owing to
those
that.
2 are top 3 in passing.
Yeah. He's got
Huh?
yeah,
Yeah,
his quarterback is top. Top three passing too, yeah. And then he drafted the top overall wide receiver in this past
Yeah,
draft
he
at
did.
number 2 overall, number 3 overall.
He's nasty.
and he's a beast
He
to
is
go along with
nasty.
Stephon Diggs. Like, he's got offense weapons for days. He's got a stacked defense. The Lions are definitely on the come up.
That dude, since we're saying the lines
I
on
think
the
his name
come
is Keenan Garrison.
Well, his His receivers are 3 and 4.
My God.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man.
That's sick.
Oakland, Bama.
So he's gonna have 2 receivers.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about the Oakland receiver. We're gonna get to him.
Okay.
I got some things to say about him.
Okay.
But yeah, just disappointing that the NFC East is the NFC least right now. But there's still 4, 5, 6 weeks left.
Yeah.
So there's somebody's got to win the division.
Yeah.
And
Hopefully they get over 500.
And whoever comes in the playoffs, nobody's gonna want to play them teams.
Oh yeah.
That's like one of them games where it's like, don't look at the record.
Whoever that 5th seed is they're gonna struggle against whoever this NFC East winner is.
Absolutely.
It's not gonna be easy for them. So.
Yeah. So
it'll make for a good story come playoff time.
Absolutely.
So we'll see. Let's see. Then the wild card races, they both look like they're gonna be crazy. Now, when we were gonna record last week, it was a lot tighter in the NFC side. Now it's kind of, some teams have lost a couple of games since then.
Right.
And it's kind of fallen off a little bit. So it's not as crazy in the NFC. The problem with the NFC is going to be somebody good is going to miss the playoffs. You got the Packaneers. Wow. I combined the Packers and the Buccaneers. The Packers, the Bucks, the Seahawks are the 3 division leaders right now.
Got you.
And then the Vikings, the Saints, and the Bears are tussling for the 2 wild card spots. Somebody good is going to miss the playoffs. All those teams have 8 wins or more, except for the Bears. The Bears have 7 wins. Somebody's going to miss the playoffs, and they're going to be they're going to have like a double-digit win season and miss the playoffs.
That's tough.
That's going to be tough. Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's the NFC.
That is.
Yeah, that's the dog conference this year. It's a lot of
yeah.
dogs in the NFC. So
we called it when we did the first episode of this.
Yes.
The NFC was going to be crazy, and this is one of those seasons where it's about to show how crazy it is. And then there's still teams in contention that are going to probably get close to double-digit wins.
Yeah.
Like the Rams probably will get close.
Listen.
Is he gonna?
I thought this was Dave Cool's year to get into the playoffs, and James is pulling away. I looked at Dave Cool's record. I was like, "Yo, like this was your year."
Yeah, he's 6-5, 4-4 in the conference, 2-2 in the division. James, the Seahawks is 8-3. It says 8-2 on here, but he lost to Kid this week. He lost to the Bulldogs this week, so he's 8-3.
All right.
Yeah, I mean there's still time, but I think he got swept by him.
Who?
I think
Seahawks got swept by the Rams.
No, I think the Rams got swept by the Seahawks, so that's gonna make things tougher for him.
Dave, come on, bro.
That's gonna make things tough.
He was my pick to go to the playoffs for our conference this year.
Well, it's not looking. Not looking
I've
very likely.
been missing a lot.
But the NFC powerhouses, the Bucks, the Packers, the Seahawks, and then real quick on the Bucks. They were on. I didn't keep track of the streak, but the Bucks were undefeated for like a good
2 years,
2 seasons,
right? 2 seasons basically.
Yeah,
2 seasons, and then I want to say he was 6-0 or 7-0 before he took his first loss, and his first loss came to the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, watch out for Train.
At that.
Listen, man, Train is one of my favorite players in CGI. I just love the way he played defense.
His defense is sick.
Nothing cheesy about him. He just. You love to play guys like that. James is another one. James is another one. Yeah, that's about it.
And he said that's about it. Another thing about Train too is the quarterbacks he's doing this with. He's been doing it with like a different quarterback every season.
Every season he's had a different quarterback.
Ryan Tannehill. Now he has who does he have now?
He had Nick Mullins last season. Now he has Matt Stafford. Yeah.
Oh man.
But what it's doing though is he's not spending big money at the quarterback position. So it's allowing him
to build his team.
It's allowing him to load up at everywhere else on his team except for quarterback. And it's going in with a veteran quarterback who's got like an under $10 million money tag.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
And instead of a dumbass team like the Texans who's paying, $37 million
he worth
a
that
year.
bread though. He worth the bread.
He is worth it.
He's worth it. You pay top dollar. Deion Sanders said on Undisputed, he said you better watch out. Mahomes needs to get paid. Dak and Deshaun Watson. Them 3 are the quarterbacks that better get paid.
Deshaun Watson and Mahomes. I don't know about the other dude.
He's super disrespectful, dog.
I mean, your team's disrespecting them too. I don't even know what franchise.
Not because what we're trying to do is protect ourselves because we gave all that money to Romo last time, and then Romo ate up a lot of our cap and he kept getting hurt. So Jerry just trying to protect himself. Dak is going to get paid. They're just trying to protect themselves.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? And like Deion, listen, when Deion talks, I listen. You know what I'm saying? If Deion say you a baller, you a baller. Because Deion not going to call anybody a baller. He never does. He says it all the time. Dak is my dude. He be balling.
We need to have a whole show where y'all two just talk about the Cowboys.
No, I don't want to talk.
I would love to, because I have nothing but negative things to say about the Cowboys. I don't even
want to talk about them just because they blew me. You know what I mean? But I don't want to talk for
and they overpaid for a running back. I know. I get it. I understand.
Zeke is one of the best running backs in the league. I don't give a shit what nobody says.
And as soon as he got paid, what has he done? But anyway.
Well, first and foremost, I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into that.
This is
entertaining. Zeke is one of the best.
Let's do this more.
Yeah, he's pretty decent.
Nah, he's top 3 running back in the league right now.
Over in the AFC side, there's really only 2 powerhouses in the AFC.
One.
Damn.
According to record,
going by record. Okay.
Going by record, there's 2 powerhouses in the AFC this season. The London Bulldogs, formerly the Los Angeles Chargers, ran by the Dream Kid.
We mention Kid in everything, dog.
Oh, we do.
I mean,
it's sickening, yo.
I mean, he's a Hall of Fame player.
Goat's gonna go.
He's a Hall of Fame coach in CGI.
If we would compare him to a NBA player, who would you compare Kid to when it comes to
I feel like we got to compare to like coaches though, because in the sense we're coaches, right?
So football coach, who would you compare Kid to?
I mean, he's Belichick.
You think he's Belichick?
Yeah,
he would have to be.
He's got a fistful of rings.
Yeah, he would have to be.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's got a fistful of rings and a mantle full of conference championships.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who would Don be?
Ooh.
How many does he have?
Don got quite a few. Has he won one this year?
No, not this year.
But he had his streak.
It's either 2 or 3 he has. I can't remember. It's either 2 or 3.
Because you got to remember, in football, not a lot of coaches win often.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We'll come back. That would be another topic for us.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that.
We'll do that. Yeah.
We'll come back.
All right. Next episode, we'll come back to that.
So what we said the Bulldogs. So that's
the other one is the Jacksonville
Jags.
Jaguars are 10-0.
Side
CV Killer is his PSN name or whatever.
Yes.
No comment.
Wow.
Yeah, like
wow.
I was surprised, but when I played him at the end of the last season, he beat me 31-0. I couldn't do anything with him. Well, Tyree had that game, but couldn't do nothing with him.
So go ahead.
Go ahead, because you're about to go where I'm going.
Well, yeah, I was just to say, I'm in his division. I play him twice a season. It's mostly been back and forth for the most part, I guess. He's got the upper hand the last couple times. But, just analyzing his team, it's kind of just trying to look like, what is it about this team? Like, why is he 10-0? And you look, and he's got a fearsome pass rush.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he moving his linebackers to end?
I don't think so. I don't think so. If he might be doing it formationally, like, he'll tell the line, they may be standing up in a 4-3, but he'll bring them down, on the defensive line.
Okay.
With a line adjustment kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But Josh Allen and Yannick Ngakoue are his natural starting defensive ends.
Oh, he good money there.
Right.
And
then he's got a couple of decent, mid-80s overall guys at the D tackle position. And then, he has all kinds of speed and block shedding at linebacker.
Okay.
And then his secondary is really stout. He's got Josh Jackson, formerly from the Packers. He's got Levi Wallace, formerly from the Bills, and he developed him pretty well. He's got Ronnie Harrison starting at one safety spot.
Yeah.
And I forget who his other safety is, but
I don't know who his other safety is.
But he drafted him. He drafted him.
I
believe he drafted him.
And it's a really good team defensively, and then offensively, he just has a lot of speed receiver. DJ Chark. He's got Damon Heath, who he drafted 2 seasons ago.
That's his best receiver.
Yeah,
that's the dude
Damon
that cooked me when we played. He cooked me.
He's really good. He's got a fast tight end. Nelson Aguilar, I think, is a slot receiver. Daniel Jones, he's come a long way with him now. He's almost a 90 overall.
That's crazy.
And then he has Leonard Fournette, which Leonard Fournette
power
is a 93 speed power back, only 27 years old, so he's still got a few more years in him. It's a good team.
Is he capable of winning a bowl?
I that's the part that I think is the wait and see mode. Like, we haven't seen him go on any kind of playoff run in CGI. He's done it in some other leagues. He did it in our sister league, CGI Gridiron, where he got to the conference championship this past season.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen it happen in CGI. Okay. So, we've seen it where CGI is a different monster.
Yeah.
And some people who've had success in other leagues, it doesn't pan out the same way here. Yeah. So we'll have to see. It's just wait and see mode. And I'm sure he's, foaming at the mouth doing Birdman hands, waiting to prove us wrong.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is.
Dude, he got two guys with 17 plus sacks.
That's amazing. You dream of that.
Wow, I didn't even notice that. He definitely does. Crazy. And that's the two guys, Josh Allen and Yannick Ngakoue.
So when you get that, it's hard to lose.
I mean, 6 of those sacks combined are probably against the Texans, but we won't go there. All
right.
Yeah, I mean, that's your AFC powerhouses. There's a couple other, solid AFC teams. The Browns have been playing pretty good. The Steelers are playing pretty solid. The Dolphins have been okay. The Jets are leading the division, as always, over there in the AFC East. But other than that, the AFC has got they've got a lot of work to do to catch up to the NFC.
Yeah, NFC is the dog division, the dog conference.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what it's looking like there. I guess as far as some stat leaders. Oh no, I know what it was. The one other thing I want to get to, the Patriots.
Again?
Let me ask you this. And I don't want to be mean when I say this.
Okay.
So that means you about to be mean.
No. Because I like him. He's actually really cool. He's actually really cool. Is he worth the space?
Wow.
Ooh.
Damn.
Is he worth the space?
Well, how many games has he won over the last 3 seasons?
So the last game he won versus a user was in week 14 of season 2. Week 14 of season 2. Since then, he's on an 0-29 stretch against users. There might be some sims or forced losses in there, but he has not physically beat a user in a user versus user game.
Damn,
dog.
In an 0-29 stretch.
The Vikings, Nick Lilly, as I like to call him, just I think he put 86 on him.
He put 86 on him, and then 4 weeks before that, the Steelers shut him out 62-0.
Look, you do that to me, I'm quitting. I'm not playing no more. Ever.
I respect him. I respect him for just fighting through it. Because, once the moment it hits 60 and I'm not over 21, if I'm not over 28, I'm cutting off my power.
You're going to have to fight me.
And we've had this in the league before. We used to have this guy, Resurrect Dog. You remember him, right?
I do.
Yeah, we used to have this guy, Resurrect Dog, and he had several, 1-15, 2-14, 0-16 seasons over a stretch of Madden 16 and 17. He was just kind of unfortunately, the league punching bag.
Right.
And, we don't want anybody to be the league punching bag.
But there's always one.
But there's just one. There's just going to be somebody who's just not as talented and skilled on the sticks as everybody else is.
Patriots, DM Dream Kid, and ask him how does he win games. And ask him to just go through a class. I mean, listen, there's nothing wrong with that.
It really is true.
In my first year, when I had the Jets, I asked for advice from the best users. You understand what I'm saying? I know Don definitely did it. Red Boy turned Don into a whole nother monster.
That's crazy.
Don is a success story.
A success story.
He was a punching bag for a good little chunk of his Madden career for a little bit.
See what I'm saying?
And he went to people and said, "How do I do this? How do I get better?"
Look at him now.
It's okay to do that. It's okay to do that.
A multiple champion.
So we hope that he gets. We hope he gets the necessary.
Help that
he needs, I guess.
He's a cool guy. I talk to him in the DM and stuff like that. So he's not an asshole.
Family guy, he's got whole life outside of Madden, just like everybody else does.
Right.
So,
and I don't mind giving them pointers. I'm pretty sure all of us don't mind giving them pointers for real. But
not at all.
You don't never want to see 80-something nothing. Nick P, I'm going to talk to the league about suspending your podcast because that was some punk shit right there.
Yeah, that's another thing too, man. Hold on.
That was wild. Yeah, and when I saw that score, I was like, "Yo, what?"
When you whooping somebody, and you can tell that they're an inferior player.
Yes.
You can put the brakes on, man. After it's 40, come on, man.
You can put the brakes on.
Right. What are you trying to improve?
Vikings scored 21 in the fourth in that game.
That's craziness, man.
That's not called for at all.
Yeah, that's not called for.
Man.
You know what I mean? But I'm on to him.
They have a button where you can fall to the ground when you get an interception.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's chew clock.
And you can chew the clock.
That you can chew clock.
That's a
all
thing.
That. Yeah.
That's a thing.
And if you rocking him like that, dog, start chewing clock mid third quarter. Like, we gotta get this game over with.
Yeah.
So
it just shows, some folks are classless.
no GG.
Oh, definitely not.
And that's there you go again. That's a situation where you don't get a GG.
And he probably was quick to send him to GG after he whipped him. Oh, good game,
of course.
bro.
Of
Good
course.
shit,
and,
bro.
And Patriots is such a good guy. He sent him a GG back.
Man, I would
Of course.
I like that guy.
picture of my middle finger.
Yeah, no, I'm not rocking. No,
Yeah, I can't.
fuck him.
So that's
no.
just kind of
You
go ahead.
wanted to, let's talk about that Oakland receiver. You said you wanted to touch
Oh
on that.
yeah. So I was gonna get to some of the stats real quick here. So I guess first we'll start with passing leaders, and you said that you didn't even realize it, but
No.
Surprise.
San Francisco 49ers quarterback Tyree Jackson is leading the league in passing yardage as of week 12 with 3,200 yards.
Looking at this, I'm going for 45. I'm going for 45. I am going for 45. I
Why
can't
not?
run anyway.
Why
I'm
not?
going for 45.
I'm
Yeah.
with you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm going for 45.
Why not? So yeah, he leads the league in passing ahead of Josh Rosen and from Miami and Chauncey Bernard of Detroit. But yeah, receiving leader. So the league leading receiver right now in yardage is Isaiah Hilton. He's a receiver from Oakland. He drafted him top 10 last season. Last, not this past draft, but the draft before.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is his second year in the league. I just played him this past week,
Okay.
and he looks like he's probably one of the most fun receivers to play with in Madden.
Really?
I can tell the Raiders owner Juice loves throwing to this dude because he just looks like he's fun to throw to.
Now I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
How tall is he?
He's like 6'2".
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
Sound good.
He's
Fast?
6'2". He's like 94,
Good
95
money.
speed.
That's good
So
money.
he's really fast.
Yeah,
That's good
He's
money.
got the only thing that I didn't like on him was his jumping wasn't that high, but it was still like mid 80s.
Okay. Not
Yeah.
that bad.
But oh man, he's a beast. There's a reason he's leading the league in receiving yardage.
Say no more.
And watch out for Isaiah Hilton. I thought I was doing a pretty good job guarding him for the most part. I had my rookie cornerback on him, and he got 2 interceptions over him.
Oh shit. Okay.
But he also gave up 2 touchdowns. He also
It
gave up 2
happens. Give and
touchdowns.
take.
So
Give and take.
it worked out where they kind of both broke even. But
Right.
there was this one play he did. He got an interception on me on the goal line because I was being a little greedy and I shouldn't have been. And I want to say from like within the 5-yard line, he threw a corner out to him, and he nearly ghosted me for that whole 98 yards. Luckily, I got 94 speed Justin Reed, and he caught up to him at like the 2-yard line. But then he threw an out route to him for a touchdown on the next play, so it didn't matter. That might as well just gave up the long touchdown.
Right.
But yeah, he's just a beast receiver, and I just want to make sure that I gave him his due diligence. Damon Heath is second, who also was recently drafted, and he's second in receiving yardage. So shout out to the fake created receivers for being league leaders in receiving yardage. It's pretty sick, and it's awesome. And then rushing leaders, Ish Smith once again is leading the league in rushing because that's what the Falcons does.
Yeah, he can run the ball. He can
run the
run.
ball, the best of them.
He can run.
Daniil Hunter leads the league in sacks for the Vikings. He's got 19 sacks.
Let's see how many he got in that game against the Patriots.
Right. I'm sure he got a chunk.
I'm scared to look that up.
Shout out to South for the 2 for the 18 and the 17.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That
2 guys in the top 3 in sacks, and they both have like almost 20 sacks. That's
you
insane.
put in work.
He'll probably end up with
work.
20 sacks for both of them.
That's
the rate. Probably
Yeah,
20
he put
plus.
in work.
Imagine and think about how big getting sacks are in a game. It's just like you're stopping people's drives and pushing people back. Imagine doing that almost 40 times between just 2 players.
Dog.
That's not even counting the sacks he probably gets with corners because everybody gets cornerback sacks.
Exactly.
Everybody gets a couple of linebacker sacks here and there.
Yeah.
You got 40 sacks between 2 of your 2 defensive ends. That's
crazy.
sick.
His D tackle get back there too.
See, that's
So,
insane.
Yeah.
Darius Slay of the Lions is leading the league with 11 interceptions. Jalen Ramsey follows him up with 10. Greedy Williams with 9. And then tackle leaders, we don't care about tackle leaders because mostly those come from sim games.
Right.
So yeah, those are your stats from season 33 of CGI Madden League. And with that, it's time to jump into CGI Sports Den.
Let's do it.
So
I'm here for it.
we'll start on a somber note and then we'll pick it up as we go along.
Sure.
But as most know, on January 26th, it was an unfortunate start to the day. Well, actually, I guess it was in the afternoon when the news broke. But,
it broke around
2:45.
Yeah. 2:30, 2:45.
Yeah, I remember clearly it was 2:30 because I was at Audi Field for a fan event for the DC Defenders, which is the XFL team. They have their first game coming up next week.
Nice.
This weekend. And we were at me and two other users, Jarvis and Julio Shkur. We were at the event, getting autographs and having a good old time. And then we saw in the league chat, Broman actually posted in the league chat and said, "Hey, did y'all see that about Kobe?" And we're like, "No, what?" And he said, "Kobe died." I'm like, "What? No."
Yeah, when I first heard it, I
What
thought
are you?
it was fake.
There's no what? No, there's no way.
Yeah.
And then you get on Twitter, and it just was slowly starting to piece together. A lot of people were. A lot of it was retweeting the TMZ posts, which was the original reporter of the death of Kobe Bryant. He died in a helicopter crash, along with several others. We'll get to that point. So yeah, it started with that, and then it started with all the speculation of who else was in it. Because originally they were saying it was 5 other people in the helicopter. So a lot of people were making wrong assumptions, thinking,
Rick
"Oh my God, yeah, Rick Fox was on the plane."
Rick Fox, man.
Yeah.
Then some douchebag said that all of his kids were on the plane.
Come on, man.
And it was a big time mess. Eventually we found out, the true story, which was it was Kobe, his daughter Gianna, and then 7 others, or it was 7 others or 9 others? Seven others who were
Kobe number 9.
Right. And they were on their way to a Mamba League basketball game.
Yep.
Or excuse me, Mamba Academy basketball game.
Yep.
Right. So and for those that, know Kobe Bryant chose helicopter flights as his main way of transportation because LA traffic sucks.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't blame him for that.
Don't blame him. If you got the money to do that, then you do that. So yeah, again, starting on a somber note, losing Kobe Bryant was definitely a big shot in the gut to everybody, to the entire sports world,
the world
and beyond.
The world, dog.
The Pro Bowl was that afternoon, and I mean, I know I was one of the few that watched the Pro Bowl. But just watching, the different tributes that the players were doing for him on the field, listening to Joe Tessitore, who was the commentator, and Booger McFarland, they were having a hard time even talking about it.
Right.
Joe Tessitore's big time professional, so he powered through it. But I mean, there was one point during the Pro Bowl where the two of them were having an exchange, just talking about how much of a tremendous loss Kobe Bryant was. And then Joe brought up, he said, and it's heartbreaking to find out that Gigi was on the plane as well, or was on the helicopter as well. And Booger said, "I got to stop you right there, Joe. I can't even get into it. I just can't. It's going to break my heart."
Yeah.
And it, like that right there, it's just like knowing that he couldn't talk about the loss of not only Kobe, but knowing that Kobe's daughter was in there too.
Yeah.
That oh man, it was tough.
It's it's surreal, like, you know what I'm saying, because like even now when I'm walking around the house and things of that nature, I have those like damn, like Kobe Bryant really passed away. Like Kobe Bryant passed away.
Yeah,
like,
it just kind of snaps to you for a second.
It
like,
doesn't seem real, and it reminds you that the biggest myth us as human beings think we have is time.
Right.
We have a lot of time, but we don't have a lot of time because your life can end
just
in
like
an
that.
instance. Like when I found out, I was on my way to see Bad Boys 3, and I would never forget it. I don't cry much. I didn't cry when Tupac died. Didn't cry when Michael Jackson died. Didn't cry when Whitney Houston died. And I say that because those are some of my favorite people.
Right.
But when Kobe Bryant died, like I remember I was going to see Bad Boys. I told my brother and my mom, go get the tickets. I had to go park the car, like, you know what I'm saying, get it out. Bones hit me. Because, you know, me and Bones used to always, like, Bones was Phil Jackson. I was Kobe Bryant. So I had to sit in the car, like, and like, is this real? And I didn't want to believe it because while TMZ is accurate, sometimes you be hoping that they're making a mistake.
Yeah, they're known to fabricate.
Yes.
But Mark Lamont had said he spoke with somebody, a representative from the family, and they confirmed it. And I started crying. I was like, yo, like, Kobe Bryant, like, that is our childhood, like, one of our childhood superheroes.
Yeah.
Like, for our generation, I know for me coming up, it was Penny Hardaway, Allen Iverson, and Kobe Bryant. And for years, we used to always have that debate, who was better, Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant. I always said Iverson because Iverson was my favorite player, but he wasn't. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just, I was just saying it, like, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't. And if you look at it, who said it? I think it was Colin Cowherd. Kobe Bryant, literally, like, he spent more years on this earth in the NBA than he did as a human being. We literally watched Kobe Bryant grow up right before our eyes. We were there every step of the way.
Straight out of high school.
Straight out of high, and that's the even more crazy thing. Like 17 years old, busting heads, not right out the gate, but just coming in like in practice. They said one of his practice, he dogged Isaiah Ryder. They said he dogged Isaiah Ryder. Jerry West told a story that Michael Cooper, a defensive specialist, Kobe dogged him. And Jerry West was like, this is one of the best players I've ever seen in my life. And to see like how Jerry West, a big visionary that I admire a lot. I like him a lot because he has vision. To pull off a trade like that. And everybody look at him like, dog, what are you doing trading Lottie Divac for this little kid? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I know what I'm doing. Right. Just trust me. And when you look at some of the accolades, like, you know, I don't get into it with people when they say, I'm choosing Kobe over Jordan. Now, we know Jordan's the greatest, but when somebody says it, I'm like, I ain't mad at it.
It's arguable. The only difference between those two, as far as accolades and things like that, he got one more chip than Kobe. Yeah, for real. And he's got maybe a couple more. You know, he's got more MVPs, things like that. But Kobe is the closest thing to Michael Jordan.
Son, like when I wrote down like some of his just accolades and stuff like that. I mean, all defense. He's the youngest player to get on all defense. You know, first team all defense. He was 21. On first all-team defense. How many 21-year-olds is actually playing like that?
You right.
You understand what I'm saying? We're not going to even talk about the scoring because, I mean, all of us seen him bust heads many a night.
Especially with my team. I used to hate Kobe, man. That's the thing, too. Kobe and LeBron had a thing with me where I hated both of them because they were so great and they used to kill my team every time I seen them play. And it was a jealousy thing. But
they were villains.
Time, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And over time, I came to respect him. Like, I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but I respect the hell out of him. Same with Kobe. Kobe was an a-hole, this, and that, but I respect him as a ball player. He's definitely the second best shooting guard of all time. And as far as players of all time, he's top 10.
He's definitely top 10.
He's top 10. I don't know where you would put him at, but I got so much respect for Kobe because he was very, very talented, but his work ethic was
that's what surpassed it.
Exactly. It's unmatched.
It's unmatched.
That's what surpassed
literally unmatched.
It's crazy that someone with that much God-given ability would work that hard. Same with LeBron. Like, you don't necessarily have to, but it took them to a whole nother level and made them not only Hall of Famers, but it made him a legend.
Because when you have athletes like that, and this is why people like them are rare breeds, it's not about the money.
Right.
It's about, you know what I'm saying, you the ship. It's about the ultimate team, the ultimate team. That's why basketball is the greatest sport, in my opinion, because it's the ultimate team game. Like, you understand what I'm saying? And if you look at the stages that Kobe Bryant went through, like when people always would go, well, Kobe wouldn't have won without Shaq. I was like, well, Shaq wouldn't have won without Kobe either because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, arguably, Kobe had one of the most clutch assists in playoff history for the Lakers and for, like, you know what I'm saying, when he threw the oop to Shaq. Like, dog, go back. It's a YouTube site called Kobe Can. Followed that joint years ago. And it has, like, all of his videos of just, like, him scoring, defense, all that stuff. Go watch how that brother used to play. People like the 24 Kobe. Number
No,
8's
yeah,
my guy.
I like
Number 8
better.
with the afro.
And that was a Kobe I hated the most.
Listen,
but that was he was a dog.
When the greatest NBA game I ever seen was the finals, game 1, Lakers 76ers. Just because they won, Philly won that game, but you knew they were outmatched.
Yeah.
Like you just knew that the Lakers was a way better team. But that is one of the greatest games I ever seen outside of that Lakers Trailblazers game when Kobe threw the oop. If you watch that game in sequence, like the Lakers, like Kobe is that dude. That was a tough loss, and it's going to be hard to get over that joint because of the nature of the death.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's why it's going to be
super
hard.
tragic. Like that,
You know
that
what
type
I'm
of stuff
saying?
is hard to
But
forget.
Let me tell you something. If y'all like, these kids today, they like LeBron, James Harden, Steph Curry.
Ew.
You know what I'm
you
saying?
Said James Harden.
Oh no, don't be disrespectful, bro.
Tell him-
Don't be disrespectful.
Tell him to play some defense.
Nah, don't be disrespectful. But no, like when Max and I know we're going off on a tangent, but let me just say this.
No, it's fine.
Max, you got to pull up the video when Stephen A. Smith, Jay Williams, and Max Kellerman get into the debate about who's a more clutch player, Kawhi Leonard or Kobe Bryant. And you should just see Stephen A. Smith and Jay Williams' face. It is the greatest shit because it's like Max Kellerman. Like, people forget. Like, that's what happens in sports, and especially basketball. There's so many great athletes.
Mm-hmm.
You'll forget. Like, somebody made it. I think Steph Curry is better than Allen Iverson. Dog, do you know what Allen Iverson would do to Steph Curry in Iverson's heyday?
A lot of people
recency effect.
Right. That's a lot of people
dog.
just forget about. Yeah, it's all about now. What's happening? What's hot now?
Yeah.
Once they see something, oh, he's the greatest player ever. He's the best to do this and this and that because they just recently seen it.
Especially in sports.
Yeah,
it's
like, you know what I'm
crazy.
saying? Like, go back and just do the history. But I do want to say this. The 3 guys that used to give Kobe fits, Allen Iverson, Tracy McGrady, and Paul Pierce,
I thought you was
dog.
gonna say Ruben Patterson.
No, hell no.
the Kobe stopper.
No, he doesn't even belong in that class. But Paul Pierce, bro, son, people not gonna appreciate his game.
Oh yeah, nah.
You gotta go back and watch Paul Pierce like the Celtics Paul Pierce. Don't watch that
When he was-
Wizards Clippers shit.
when he was carrying the Celtics.
when he was carrying the Celtics?
I remember.
Chill on Wizards, Paul
Yeah,
Pierce.
yeah. That you being a little disrespectful.
You can.
You
Yeah.
being a little
It
disrespectful.
ain't Celtics Paul
Of course
Pierce.
not.
Of course
Of
not.
course
He was
not.
older.
Of course not.
But
Don't-
but I'm just
Don't
saying,
sell him
like,
short.
he's so short. But you know what I'm saying? But nah, it was a tremendous loss, and he's gonna be greatly missed. R.I.P. to Gigi as well, and the other 7 passengers.
Of course.
We don't know everybody's name. This one is going to be tough to get over for a long time because it just even as we're talking about it now, it still doesn't seem real.
Right.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem real.
Not at all.
And I'm a little tired of the whole. I don't know. I haven't really heard it much lately, but I guess that's the downside of social media is that everybody's so reactionary right away.
Mm-hmm.
And there's all this talk of, oh, they should change the logo to be
Yeah.
Kobe.
I
They
heard-
should
yeah,
do
That's crazy, man.
they should do this and this, retire his numbers and this, that, and the other. It just like chill,
Right. Relax.
let it breathe.
Well, I'm not opposed to
They're gonna
nobody
retire.
wearing 8 or 24.
Sure.
They're gonna
Complete-
retire the numbers.
yeah.
They're gonna
Not
retire
opposed
the
to
numbers.
that.
Totally
Not
fine.
But
Totally
the
fine.
logo, the only reason why I say don't change the logo, they're not going to get any money from that. His family's
Yeah,
not
that's
going to
true.
benefit
Yeah,
from
there's
that.
no
Like
benefit
Right.
from
Jerry
that.
West don't make no residuals
Right.
off the logo. So if I'm not making no money off of it, why would I need to change the logo?
Plus, I don't know why they're tripping off the logo. They've been talking about changing the logo forever.
They're not changing that logo.
But why? Why?
Yeah.
What's the point of changing it anyway?
It's just overreactionary social media.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't change the logo.
The numbers I don't have a problem with.
Right.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's just like slow down.
Right.
Yeah.
Slow down.
We're not doing all this
Like,
in one day.
yeah.
This is,
You don't have to race to make all these changes
Right.
like that. You know,
Yeah.
just slow it down a little bit.
Yeah. No,
It's okay.
I
We'll
feel
get
you.
there. We'll get to that point. But
All right.
yeah, I just again, as you said, tragic loss. I'm in the same boat as Solution where most of my life I went not liking Kobe out of him being a villain to my favorite basketball team,
Yeah.
my favorite basketball players.
Yeah.
But yes, always, of course, had respect for him. And then as he, even in those last couple of years after he was fighting back from his Achilles injury, it was admirable watching him. You know, it wasn't the same Kobe,
right.
but you still just saw the dog in him
Right.
and the work hard. His ability to work so hard to come back from that injury. and he still provided some of those wow moments.
Mm-hmm.
You appreciated the hell out of it.
His last game.
He went nuts.
Yeah.
He scored 60.
He went stupid
in his last
Mhm.
game. And here's the greatest thing about it.
Mhm.
Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, any entertainer that was in that building, they were kids then. They were kids watching him. Like they were watching as a fan. Like, dog, like, are y'all watching this? Like, go back and watch that game and just look at it. I remember sitting on like right in front of my TV where I play Madden. Just watching that game, and they're like running around the bench, like, dog, are y'all watching this?
Yeah, they replayed it a couple nights after. I think it was a couple nights after the passing of Kobe Bryant. They replayed it. It was a blast to watch.
NBA TV needs to replay the 81 game, but a game that's not appreciated is when he scored the 12 threes on the Seattle Supersonics.
Oh yeah.
Go back and watch that game.
Yeah, I saw that.
He made 9 straight.
That record wasn't even broken until a couple years ago by Clay, right?
A lot of people tied that record because I remember the first person to get 12. Well, one of the people who broke the record, I don't know if y'all remember Danielle Marshall.
Yeah,
bum. Yeah. He was super trash. But yeah, there's a lot of people who had 12, but Kobe was on fire that night.
Yes.
I saw that.
You know what I'm saying? Watch the Garden game. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Google the streak. Well, YouTube the streak when he had I think it was like 5 50-point games.
Ooh.
5, like when he scored, it was like 5 or 6. 5 through 7, 50-point game.
Yeah.
I think it was 5 or 6.
That was when he was a Nike free agent. I remember that. He was rocking all the Jordans and Nikes and stuff.
When he went on that streak and he was hitting heads, hitting 50, 60 a night, bro. A night, bro. Like, that's crazy. You may see it again, but it's just one of those things where it's like, it ain't going to look like the way when Kobe did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, man. Come on.
I just think,
man, that's a tough loss, bro.
It is. And it sucks because we're robbed of hearing what was promised to be an epic Hall of Fame speech. We're robbed of, seeing how he was going to develop Gigi and what she could have potentially brought to the WNBA and women's college basketball, and what if he would have ever decided to get into coaching or ownership.
Right, exactly.
There was just so many possibilities with Kobe Bryant, and that's what's unfortunate losing him this early.
Yeah, man. R.I.P. man. R.I.P. to Mamba, man.
Absolutely. So, to get off of the somber note.
One more point. One more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
One more thing. Last thing about Kobe Bryant. YouTube when he scored 33 off the bench against Jordan.
Okay.
YouTube that game.
I also got a YouTube
list
video.
of things.
Yes, I'm telling you, like what I'm saying from the scoring standpoint. Scoring is one thing, but this is a guy that could do it on both ends.
See, I got a YouTube video for you too. Kobe Bryant, greatness personified. It shows his scoring, defense, block shots, alley-oops, handle, all that.
Send it to me. But all right, let's get on. All right, let's RIP, my G. We're gonna talk about you forever. So this won't be the first time this won't be the last time we talk about
it. For sure. Overshadowed over the last couple of weeks has been the debut of Zion Williamson.
I am surprised.
Really?
Yes. I thought Zion was gonna be a bust.
You were kind of one of those who didn't think that it was worth it.
Just because he was a 6'8".
Were you along the same way too,
I
Solution?
didn't think he was going to be a bust, but I didn't think he was going to be – I still don't think he's going to be a superstar. I think he's going to be good, but it's a lot of things that factor into it. He's already having injury problems, so is he going to be able to play? And his weight fluctuation, I guess it's not really an issue, but after a while, you doing all this dunks and this, and that, your knees are going to start feeling it.
But what if in New Orleans, they get a coach that builds a system where, you know what I'm saying? Because New Orleans has a nice squad. I hear they're trying to trade. I think they're looking to trade move Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But
my guy.
New Orleans, that's my dude. That's my underrated point guard.
I agree.
I want to see. I was very surprised off how he played in his debut, and he was. I just don't like seeing a guy like him. I don't want to see you out at the 3-point line all the time. So don't make that a habit.
Right.
Well, that's. I just heard this stat the other night. He hasn't. I don't think he's taken a 3-point shot since that night.
Okay, all right,
since his
good,
debut
good,
night.
Good.
Yeah, he went 4 for 4. No, he's taken a couple because his percentage has dropped some. But yeah,
he should be in the paint.
He hasn't taken the volume of 3-point shots that he took on his debut.
Okay, because he should be in the paint.
Most
like the way that like 6'8", he could bully some power forwards. You know what I'm saying? If he learns how to, man, dog. he should be calling Tim Duncan, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Kevin Garnett.
Oh, yeah.
Those should be the three people he should be, and Kenyon Martin.
He gets all of his missed shots. I don't know if you noticed that he rebounds. I forgot I saw a percentage for it, but if you see him, he shoots a shot. If it's in the paint, it's coming off the rim. He's jumping. He has like this quick twitch, jump, reaction, and he just gets it and throws it back up.
That's hustle.
Yeah.
So he could be good. He could be good, but I'm just not so. I don't know if he's going to be the guy. It looks like Brandon Ingram's going to be the guy.
Yeah.
Let's see. But they have something.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they definitely got something.
They have something, and I
man.
said that when they first did that trade. I was like, listen, they have something. They get that Zion with Lonzo. He's not going to be a superstar point guard. He's just going to be a point guard, somebody that can get it done.
When I said that, I was a hater though.
No, you're not a hater.
Everybody was like, "Oh, he's going to be the next great." Okay.
That's because he had the Lakers jersey on.
I'm glad you said it. I wasn't going to say
he
that.
took the jersey off.
Exactly why.
He took the jersey off.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, yeah.
Oh, now he's a regular guy. Now
He's a regular guy.
Purple and gold.
It's
off.
Batman and Bruce Wayne. He took off that jersey. He became young Bruce Wayne.
I didn't know that made you good. My bad.
That is exactly it. So yeah, he's his first 2 weeks in the league so far. 7 games he's played in, 20 points per game, 8 rebounds, 2 assists through 7 games is his averages. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, it's not good enough to get Rookie of the Year because you missed so many games.
Right.
You know, John Morant got that on lock.
He better. And he better keep it on lock too.
Yeah.
They better not do that to him.
John Morant's nasty.
Nasty.
Yeah, but and then you know he was on his minute restriction early on. Over his last 3 games, he's averaging about 33 minutes a game. So that minute restriction is definitely lightening up now.
I like it. I like it. Let's see.
Well, we got a lot more season left to watch some
Yeah.
Zion Williamson. I'm
After
excited.
All-Star break, that's when we can start making like, okay, we can start giving him a little sip.
And I think by that point, I think by the end of February, he should be kind of like in a groove.
I would think so.
With the team, and they can figure out where to get him shots. Because I think the other night there was Alvin Gentry, the coach of the Pelicans, was pissed off at the team because there were too many moments where he was kind of standing on the side and not involved. And it was because he said he took the blame, but he was blaming some of the players too because they didn't know how to involve him because they were so used to playing without him for the last month or last couple months. So so yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he gets into a groove with the team before the end of the month and after the All-Star break. And then, you know, like I think they're right outside of the 8th seed or right outside of 9th seed or something like that.
That'll be a fun team to see in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah. Now they'll go up against the Lakers.
Well, yeah.
Rest in peace.
Short-lived. Yeah.
Yeah, but if they go up against the Lakers, short-lived, but I feel like Ball and Ingram may come in with a chip on their shoulder.
It's a good experience regardless. Whatever happens, it's good. It's a good experience. They need to get their nose bloodied and all that. I want to see them in Memphis get into the playoffs. I don't know if it'll happen.
The last month for Damian Lillard.
Your boy.
This is my guy.
That is your boy.
This is my guy. I stand by him. The last month, he's averaged 34 points, 8.5 assists, 5 rebounds in the month of January. In his last 10 games, he averaged 41 points, 9.5 assists, 5.5 rebounds.
Is it?
This dude is.
You know, his last 3 games, he's averaged like 50. I think it's like 51 or something like that.
So, let's say this. He's probably one of the most disrespected point guards in the league.
I'm going to let you get it because I got things to say.
So, he's probably one of the most disrespected point guards in the league.
I agree.
Is it time to start putting him in the number 1 spot?
Whew. The number 1 spot. I didn't think you were going there.
Yes.
Who occupies the number 1 spot?
Yeah, there you go. That's a good question.
Point guard?
Yeah.
You know who I'm going to go with.
Who that?
Russ.
Oh, yeah. We knew you were going there. You're right.
Yeah, you letting your heart blind. Yeah.
If it ain't Russ, it's Steph.
I put it to you like this. If you took Dame Lillard, put him on Golden State for all those years they was winning championships, I think you'll get the same outcome. That's how I feel. I think he's as good as Curry.
Unlimited range.
Maybe I would pick him over Curry for one main fact.
What?
He's reliable. He don't get hurt. Curry misses games every year. Big chunks of games. Damian Lillard for his career has missed maybe 10. Maybe 10.
Here's an argument I will make. No, not even an argument, just a little tidbit. Damian Lillard has played on the lesser of the worst team compared to Golden State.
Of course.
So if you would put, like you said, if you would put him on Golden State, dare I say the results? This Bama his range is unlimited. He's pulling up in front of half court.
Yep.
hitting the J. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He has
like,
logo jump shots.
He has a
does.
logo jump shot. Like, it is crazy. But we can't overlook these. The 9 assists with the 5 boards.
Yeah.
The 8 assists with the 5 boards.
that
I mean, he's
was
getting in the paint.
One of the knocks on him earlier in his career was that he wasn't as much of a facilitator. Right.
He's
And
learning.
he was just a scoring guard.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. And no, it's the facilitation part has definitely improved. Talent in Portland has been fluctuating
Right.
during his entire tenure for the most part. It's kind of fluctuating is strong because for real, it's kind of just been a straight line. Like it's
been consistent.
Some guy, they'll let guys go and then new guys will come in, but they're basically the same caliber
Exactly,
guys.
like,
they haven't
you know what
upped
I'm
the
saying?
caliber
Exactly.
of the players that they bring in around him,
right.
aside from Yusuf Nurkic
I
and
like
Carmelo, I guess.
I like Carmelo because
Right.
I think it's rejuvenated him.
Sure.
If Hassan Whiteside could be if Hassan Whiteside can give him 10 and 10, 10 and 15, 12 and 15. He defensively, we already know he can block. Like,
Yeah.
you understand what I'm saying? If
He
can
leads the
get-
league in blocks.
Yes, he
Mhm.
does lead the league in blocks. But if he can give him like 12 and 15, or 30,
See.
if he could give them some type of post presence and move Nurkic to the power forward, they could be
That
a
would be nice.
problem,
Yeah.
yo. They
But
could be like a legit
The
problem.
thing with Whiteside is his motor. Of
Yep.
course,
he has
defensively,
a lackluster motor.
his motor on defense is pretty consistent. He's naturally gifted at that, but
There's
offensively
times,
and things like that, he's be out there on the floor.
Yeah,
Sometimes. Just
like,
be
you know-
running around. I'd be
and-
like, "What are you doing?"
and dog, what are you doing in all season? Like,
Nothing.
Work on your post
Nothing,
game because you're
exactly.
taller than everybody.
Yes.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If you developed a hook shot, my
That's
God.
what I'm saying. These dudes be telling on themselves because if you coming back the same every season, just like my boy John Wall, I hate to say it, you come back the same every season.
What are
okay,
you doing?
You a good player, but you're just gonna be a good player. Great players get better every season.
And great players make their teams better.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? When
Most
I say
definitely.
like if you're the leader, you set the example, and not Hassan Whiteside, but if you set the example in the off season, like,
Mhm.
all right, let's work. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Your team will conform around that.
Exactly.
You know, it's a reason why it's pretty much always the same teams winning
That's a fact.
all the time.
It's
Like, you know
it's
what
a
I'm
culture
saying?
thing too.
For sure.
It's
So,
a culture thing.
yeah, you know what? I ain't listen. What Dame is doing, listen, I done seen him. I done seen him dog my mans plenty of times.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Especially that last shot.
He ended his career in OKC.
Yeah, no.
That was the last game he played.
All right, relax, guys, because I don't want y'all to understand this. Russ been doing this. All
That's
right,
true.
Russ been at it. Like, y'all can't.
Inefficiently, but yeah, he's been at it. He's been at it.
Listen, Russ could. Well, I ain't gonna say he can't score like Dame, but assists, rebounding, neither one of them play defense like that. So this is not a defensive.
Russ
league like
used to
that.
play defense. I don't know what the hell happened. He just-
I really think, these Bama's don't want to get embarrassed no more.
Yeah.
Nobody want to get on that crossover, on that
Yeah.
Kyrie tape.
that's another thing too. So while we on it, I'm taking Dame over Kyrie as well too. 'Cause
Yeah,
that
right
man
now.
he can't stay on the court.
Right now,
He can't stay on the court, and Kyrie don't make his team better. Whatever team he goes to, other than when he was with Cleveland with LeBron and them, he goes and he messes up the whole chemistry and everything.
that Bama
because-
Chuck said, without LeBron, Kyrie hasn't won more than 30 games.
I could believe it.
Oh my God.
That's
Is
what
that
Chuck
true?
said. That's
I
what
can
y'all.
believe
I
it.
gotta look it up.
definitely
I can
believe it.
I gotta look it up. But that's what he said.
All that stuff he was popping off. I want to be the man and this, and that, bro. You don't know how sweet you had it.
I never understood that about him.
LeBron,
I never
he
did.
was doing everything LeBron needed him. LeBron needed another guy to close, and because LeBron's not that type of. LeBron's a facilitator, yada yada yada. Kyrie was in a perfect situation.
But you know what though? When you have the skill set that he does,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at him for saying that. All right, Kyrie, you had to put in the work overtime.
Right.
Overtime
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because you know what I'm saying? Like, people gun for you.
Oh yeah, most
when
definitely.
people come to the arena, Bama's is like, we want to guard him. It's hard to guard him.
It's hard.
It's hard, but those expectations, you have to make your team better because his Boston situation was sweet.
That's what I'm saying. I just didn't understand that. But see, the thing with him is, there's a big bugaboo of mine is the staying healthy. He's never going to be a guy. He's never going to play 82 games.
Yeah.
After this point, I don't think he's going to play 82 games again. So that in itself is going to really hurt his chances of ever winning a ring again.
So our 3-point guards, top 3-point guards in the league is Dame, Lillard, Russ.
Yeah, I can't argue against that.
Dame, Lillard, Russ. Do we still factor in Chris Paul?
No.
Hell no.
Mm-mm.
Chris Paul is.
You sure? Because Oklahoma City looked good.
Yeah, but Chris Paul at this point in his career is getting it more. He's getting it done being crafty.
Yeah, he's more Steve Nash-ish now.
Exactly. He's not
Good,
being.
okay.
He can't stay in front of anybody. He can't get past anybody. He can still shoot, and that's about it.
Okay. So right now,
some Celtics fans in our chat would say, Kemba Walker.
And I hate this. I don't want to sound like a hater. Kemba Walker is the second tier type of star. He's good, but he's not Dame.
I agree. 100% agree.
He's not even Russ. He's
not even.
I mean,
what? What?
I mean,
the Russ disrespect is unreal.
Yeah, he's like Mike Conley. He's in the Mike Conley range.
Yeah.
In Kyle Lowry range. He's better than Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry's a bum.
Mike Conley's not in the Kyle Lowry category though.
No.
I think my fault. I think Mike Conley would be in the Dame in them class.
You think so?
Yeah.
Mike Conley, man.
I don't know.
They
don't
treat
think
him
so?
like he's a star, man, but he doesn't. I don't know. He's just not. He's more like Kemba Walker. He's more in that range to me.
Okay.
And if I had to choose between the two, I'd probably take Kemba.
Mike Conley's not even the best player on his team.
And he hasn't been.
Who does he play for right now?
See, there you go.
Exactly.
And you're trying to get him in the top four guards, and you don't know what team he plays
exactly.
I'm thinking of Memphis Grizzly Conley.
Nah, he's with Utah.
No, Memphis Grizzlies Conley is long gone. Yeah, he's in Utah now.
He's in
He's
Utah.
alongside Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert.
And he has not made that team better.
All right, tier two.
Yeah, he's a second tier kind of
He used to
guy,
be tier
man.
one. He used to be tier one. Tier one. All right, bet.
All right.
So top three, Dame, Russ, and we just put Stephen just off respect alone.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure if Steph was healthy, the Warriors would be much better.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about much better. I'm not going to say much better,
Right.
but they wouldn't have single-digit wins.
Right. They still got that fraud playing for him. What's his name? Number 23 for Golden State.
All right, moving on.
Fraud.
All right, and then real quick, the All-Star game is coming up soon. NBA All-Star game is next week.
Couple weeks.
Couple weeks. It's sometime this month.
Always near like Valentine's.
Oh
Day.
yeah.
Like 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks.
I forget we're only in the first week of February.
Right.
Okay. And there were two major disrespectful snubs.
Yeah, they disrespect
Bro, how you
Bradley Beal.
How you average 27?
Bradley Beal and Devin Booker
Booker.
both average over 27 points per game, and neither one of them made the All-Star game.
And the bench, the coaches and the players pick, right?
Yeah, the reserve. When it comes to reserves,
and stuff,
the
right.
coaches and the coaches and players pick, right? Yeah,
See,
I think it's the coaches.
That's it's the coaches. My biggest issue with the whole All-Star voting is the fans. The fans don't really need to have that big of a sway on who goes to the game because
they were voting Alex Caruso in.
That's what I'm saying.
Alex
dog.
Caruso was like 5th in guard voting.
Bro.
Like, the fans don't deserve any freaking shot at all.
Remember when Yao Ming used to lead the
He
votes?
used to lead them joints all the time. That's what I'm saying. Vince Carter, when he passed his prime, it's stupid. They're going off the reputation. It doesn't make sense. Man.
I think Taco Fall was in like the top
something.
like
that's
6 or 7 of centers.
Disrespectful to the
game. It just doesn't make sense, man. These are casual fans voting for people. Oh, I know that name. I heard that name before. Let me vote for him. Like,
he's the tallest guy in the world.
Right.
Let me go vote him.
Played 5
so
games.
Funny. Get out of here.
Yeah, that's wild.
So yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, I think Bradley Beal should have made it over Kyle Lowry. I think he should have. He
should have definitely made it over Kyle Lowry.
The only thing I think that might have held Bradley Beal back a little bit was he missed like 4 or 5 games, I think.
Something like that.
And he's still averaging 27.
Even still, that's minimal. That's not missing half the season like Zion did.
And then a lot of people were telling me, well, he's on a bad team, but so is Trae Young.
Yeah, so is Trae, and he's fucking starting
and
for the fucking All-Star team.
Saying. So it's crazy. And I always say it's a bias against DC teams anyway.
Well, we know that's true. So
shit happens.
I mean, Bradley Beal could have made it over Ben Simmons, Kyle Lowry, Jason Tatum. The only person
definitely should have made it over Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Yo.
Let me tell you something about Jason Tatum. They've been hyping up this boy since his rookie year. He had a good rookie year.
I like him though.
His stats are nice.
He's very good.
21.5 per game. 6.8 rebounds per game. 2.9 assists per game. That's nice.
Now
that ain't what Bradley Beal doing.
That's what I'm saying. Bradley Beal's carrying the team.
And technically, I mean, we don't say John Wall's the best player on the team. Even when John Wall come back, we still gonna probably say Bradley Beal's the best player in the game.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? So, dog, the fact that they picked Kyle Lowry should not.
Kyle Lowry should never see an All-Star game ever again. He shouldn't even be allowed to attend.
I never been a big fan of Kyle Lowry.
Because you know why? Because he's not good.
He's average.
He's always been on a good team.
He's average.
I'll give him credit for his come up though, because I think he was like a second round pick or something like that.
Started on Memphis and then he got traded and Toronto made his name.
Now, in the West, I don't know where Devin Booker could have fit in.
See, that's a problem because the West is dogs.
The guards that got put in over him were Damian Lillard, Donovan Mitchell, and Russell Westbrook.
What is Donovan Mitchell averaging? Does it tell you?
Donovan Mitchell is averaging 24.5, 4.3 assists, 4.2 rebounds.
Sounds to me.
Ain't 27. I
Sounds to
think
me.
Booker averaging like 27, 5 and something.
But what's
That's tough.
But
That's tough.
but Utah might got the better record.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do.
And you know, Booker over in Phoenix, he ain't gonna get a lot of looks over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
true.
and even though this
That's
boy, he
true.
done bust heads. He done bust some heads.
He is nasty.
But he don't get looks in Phoenix, so you already know. But no,
Yeah.
they already gave him his big deal too, right? He signed with Phoenix.
I think he did get paid.
I think so.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
think so.
I don't know.
Yeah,
the
they signed him,
specifics.
so he's gonna be over there for a minute.
He'll be a lifer. I'm sure.
So yeah, it's unfortunate that they both are going to miss the All-Star game, but you know, maybe I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe they get in on
I'm hoping.
some kind of dumb fluky luck.
Right. Somebody might get hurt or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well,
Don't want to wish that on
yeah,
anybody.
Right, don't wanna wish that.
Yeah, the NBA they got to figure something out with that because that's messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then finally, just to close out the CGI Sports Den, we won't spend too much time on it because it's been 4 days now. But
Okay.
the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
the NFL Super Bowl was this past Sunday.
Yeah.
49ers, Chiefs.
You saw the tide turning third quarter.
Yeah. Mid third quarter, you kind of
Tide was
you kind of saw it, and you were like, if the 49ers don't put together, so the Niners were up 17 to
Was it?
Was it 2010?
sorry 20-10 at that point.
2010,
Yeah,
yep.
2010 at that point. And yeah, you were just like, if the Niners don't put together another
needed
scoring
one
drive
drive.
here,
Mhm.
they really just
All they
needed
needed was
one more solid drive.
And Jimmy overthrew
You know what?
a touchdown.
I'm glad you said that. Brought up Jimmy. A lot of people was really killing him, but what do you expect? Jimmy, he ain't lighting up the world. He is a
Game manager.
game manager, second tier type of quarterback. He's surrounded. He's in a perfect situation. Whenever you have a good defense like that, borderline great defense, your offense really isn't going to match that. It's not too many teams that have good defense, great defense, and great offense. So he has the game manage, and he messed up on that throw. But I mean, I wasn't surprised though. I wasn't like, oh my God, he overthrew him. Jimmy Garoppolo.
I was like, oh my God, he overthrew that.
Now that was a terrible overthrow. He did overthrow him by like 10 yards, but you got to understand who you're talking about, man.
A lot of people killed Jimmy the last couple days. I'm not too big into blaming the offense that much.
Mhm.
They definitely had some missed opportunities, you
Mhm.
know, in the second half compared to what they were doing in the first half.
Yeah.
And for the first half, that pass interference that got called on George Kittle was kind of that was kind of questionable. Like that could have definitely not been called, and everything would have been okay.
I would have not called that one.
Yeah. So that was unfortunate that call didn't go their way. But yeah, I'm not too into killing them offensively. Like I said, a couple missed opportunities, but it is what it is. Teams miss opportunities on offense. It happens.
Your boy Kyle Shanahan needs to run the ball. He likes to throw the ball with a fucking lead.
Well, you know that. You know how the Shanahan do.
Tell me.
But I'm more into killing the defense. Now, again, you're playing Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
You
Two key plays.
things are going to happen.
You got to
Right.
do what you
It
can
was
do.
two key plays.
It was.
Let's see what, go ahead.
Well, the one that I knew it was over on was when I want to say 3rd and 15-ish or something.
Yes, it was exactly
Tyreek
3rd
Hill
and 15.
catch.
Yes, the Tyreek Hill catch, right. And, you know, everybody spent a lot of time bashing Richard Sherman, which, you know, rightfully so. He got cooked on a couple
For
plays.
the Sammy Watkins
But that,
I'm cool with it.
But that play was Emmanuel Mosley. He came up and bit up on Sammy Watkins' route instead of staying back, and it left all this open space for Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where, you know, Tyreek Hill's just standing there waiting for the ball to come from Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
And yeah, that was the tide turner for me, was that particular play.
That was the play of the
Yeah.
game. That was the
Right.
play of the game.
So, you know, I'm more so here to kill the defense for the most part, because you
can't afford to make it,
you
right.
just can't afford to make those mistakes, unfortunately. You can't.
And football.
Yeah. And
Pay attention.
for the most part, it seems like, you know, throughout this year, they've been a pretty disciplined defense. I know they've had a lot of trouble. They had troubles with Ahkello Witherspoon throughout the season, which is why Emmanuel Mosley was out there starting the Super Bowl and starting the NFC Championship game. But oh man, and then the pass rush. I think I heard some statistic on their fourth quarter pass rush this year was actually not rated good. Like they've been proven that the 49, like because the whole year it's been, this 49ers pass rush is so great. D Ford, Nick Bosa, Eric Armstead, but the numbers say that in the fourth quarter they wear down. They load up on all their sacks in the first three quarters.
Man, listen, let me tell you something. Did y'all see Nick Bosa going against that left tackle?
Oh, he was destroying him. Eric Fisher is lucky to be because today was the Chiefs Super Bowl parade. Eric Fisher was lucky to be doing a damn Steve Austin beer clash on the top of that bus because the way he was getting destroyed by Nick Bosa, he shouldn't be celebrating anything.
Not just Nick Bosa
was putting moves on his ass.
Armstead was getting at him.
Yeah,
Buckner was getting at him. Like it was like, yo,
and it was fun. Eric Fisher is a former number 1 or number 2 overall pick as a left tackle, but he's always had that tag on him as like he's nearly basically been a bust for the most part. But they stuck with him. Yeah. And here they are. They got a
locker room guy.
Yeah, yeah. And here they are. They got a Super Bowl championship with him as their starting left tackle for the last, 7 years or whatever. But it didn't really kind of click to me until the day of the game where they were kind of starting the game plan, started to leak out to the media, and they were saying, watch out for the Eric Fisher matchup. The Niners think that they can really take advantage of him today.
And they did.
They did.
They did. His ass.
Yeah, and they had Mahomes rattled. Mahomes was missing some throws. They was throwing some throws in the dirt.
There was plays where they was putting him on the ground.
Yeah,
like I'm talking about a swim move. Yeah, and Fisher was going on the ground. He was falling backwards. Like
that's one of the worst.
They're bullying you right now.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's one of the worst performances I've seen. Like just a dude getting beat like that. Like every play.
No, the worst left tackle performance I've ever seen is Dallas Cowboys Atlanta when whoever that guy was had like 7 sacks in the game.
Oh, what? Who
was his name? What was his name?
How long ago was this?
2 years ago, like a year ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
The dude, I forgot what his name was. You never heard. You never. He's not like a.
Adrian Claiborne.
Adrian Claiborne. Really? Adrian Claiborne. He had like 7 sacks.
It was a night game. I remember that.
7 sacks. He was dogging our left tackle to the point where the coach was like.
And it wasn't Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith was out injured.
Tyron Smith was injured. He went out. Who was it? Oh my God. Whoever it was a bum. But it was to the point where they was putting tight end running back on that side and telling Dak, roll to the right. Jeez. Moment you drop back, roll to the right.
I don't even know if Adrian Claiborne's in the league anymore.
I don't even think.
He
haven't heard his name.
He could have made a contract off of that night.
How many sacks? 7?
I want to say he had 5 or 6. It was either 5 or 6.
7.
It probably felt like
that's Madden numbers.
We was watching him like, yo, dog, now who is this guy? But no, but let's end it on this. Is Patrick we're our era, the new era that we're about to have.
Oh, the new era of quarterbacking is here.
Is this the AFC? We're going to see a lot of Chiefs Ravens for a long time, unless Derrick Henry has anything to say about that.
Where are the NFC quarterbacks?
We got Dak Prescott,
Russell Westbrook.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Westbrook.
I do it too. I always do. I do it too.
Yeah, Russell Wilson. Yeah, you're right.
Aaron Rodgers is on the tail end.
Yeah. But yeah, this AFC side of young quarterbacking, it's here.
And then we got to see what the Bengals do in their draft.
You know what this reminds me of? The last maybe decade of the NBA where it's been like the generation of the point guard and all these great point guards. I think it's happening in the NFL with all the quarterbacks.
And they black.
That's a plus too, yeah.
And they black. And all of them got passed on. Yep. Lamar Jackson was left in the room.
Deshaun
Patrick
Watson.
Mahomes. Deshaun Watson.
That was the most disrespectful thing when he should have been the first quarterback taken.
Yeah, he beat Alabama in the national championship.
The most experience out of all the quarterbacks. It was crazy.
And they drafted Mitch Trubisky.
Mitchell.
Yep, that's what they wanted.
Mitch.
And look what he's done for them. Look what he's done for them.
My God,
he hasn't set any records for him.
But that's my thing. Like when those analysts, like Mel Kiper and them, because they be missing like shit on picks. They don't get fired.
I've always wondered that. I always wonder how.
Your job is to watch all college football, and you are helping NFL teams. Like dog, who told you in your scouting report that Lamar Jackson should have went fell that far back. Like Patrick Mahomes fell back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Patrick Mahomes should have been. I would have drafted that. If knowing what I've known, I would have took him number 1.
Yeah, like I mean, and there was no way of saying that, but that's like the confusing thing about combines and stuff like that. Again, my guy primetime Deion Sanders says it. Jerry Rice at a combine, he runs a 4.6.
Yeah.
In game, he's a 4.1, 4.2.
That's what I'm
It's totally different.
Combine is you just in t-shirts and shorts.
Yeah, that ain't nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Anybody can run and jump and do all this other stuff.
But do a combine where these guys are going up against practice squad defensive backs and stuff like that. No tackling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just let's see how you can run a route when I press you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that to see what's going on with these guys.
It's crazy to me because these dudes, like you said, Mel Kiper and them, they get dudes drafted. These quarterbacks, they're making quarterbacks rich. They have no business even Josh Rosen and all these people, man.
Yeah, like they missing. They're ruining franchises.
It's disgusting.
They're ruining franchises.
They bringing up people I ain't never heard for this draft coming up. They named like 5 people the other day. I was watching ESPN. I don't know any of these people. He was like, "Oh yeah, they can go in the first round." Like, who is this guy?
And is he going to perform?
That's
bro?
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And I take back my disrespect to the NFC quarterbacks. There's Kyler Murray, just won Rookie of the Year.
That's true.
Kyler. You got like you said, Russell Wilson. You got
Dak
we got potentially got some up and comers in the NFC East.
Dak Prescott. Not gonna
y'all don't like.
Dak is cool.
Yo, y'all the bad
the dude for Philly. They say he's all right.
Yeah. Carson Wentz is cool.
I ain't sold.
Yeah.
I don't like Carson. Again,
I don't.
He can't stay healthy, so.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing for me.
Other
than the can't stay healthy part, I don't understand why everybody shits on him so much.
I know why. He's a ginger. People hate gingers.
No. It ain't.
People hate gingers.
Nah, he gets shitted on because in that same system, Nick Foles won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then Nick Foles went to Jacksonville and got replaced by a guy that I know none of us can say his name right now.
Gardner Minshew. I know his name.
Whatever his
Minshew
name.
Mania.
That happens a lot, though. That happens a lot. What's the dude who was with the who went to the Chiefs? Matt Castle. Happens all the time, man.
No, so it's one of those things where it's like that system, they have an effective system.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but no, I ain't gonna shit on Carson Wentz too much because I mean I think he could be something special. I'm a shit on Jared Goff.
Yeah, Jared Goff is bad,
and that's what sucks for Jimmy Garoppolo is now he's gonna be put in that same kind of bin with Jared Goff. Of
Jimmy
being
Garoppolo,
kind of like a game manager who's
Kirk Cousins?
overpaid.
Kirk Cousins is better than them though. Because Kirk Cousins actually puts up stats. His knock is he can't win the big game and he can't win the game for you, but he puts up stats, man. If you need him, you got a guy wide
receivers,
open.
though.
He's always had talent around him.
I definitely. Oh man, I don't want to get in trouble for that.
What?
If you put Kirk Cousins on the 49ers,
oh yeah, they probably win that.
Would they have won that game?
They probably win.
He would have made them throws.
He's not going to overthrow. Yeah,
he would have made certain throws. He would have made certain throws where they would have been fine. He would have made certain throws. He wouldn't have missed that Emmanuel Sanders joint.
Let me tell you, Kirk Cousins is right there between where the elite quarterbacks and the second tier guys. He's like right there. He's right at the cusp. He's not quite in the same room with the elite quarterbacks, but he's standing at the door.
Yeah.
He's standing at the door, or is he at the door of the second tier?
He's at the. I'll give him. He's at the top of the second tier.
He's at the door. I'll give him door of the second tier.
If they had to call up for elites, we need one more guy, that he'll be the call up.
Okay. All right.
That's fair.
All right.
That's fair.
Cool.
I just I don't know. Congratulations to the Chiefs for one.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations, Andy Reid.
I don't think we have any Chiefs fans in our league.
No.
But congratulations to the Chiefs. Yeah, congratulations to Andy Reid. Big shout out to him.
Big shout out to Andy Reid. He's long overdue.
He was our rival, one of our rival coaches for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I used to hate it.
You hate him because he's on the Eagles.
Right, but I wish he was my coach.
You always wish he was your
I
coach.
would definitely take Andy Reid
as
my coach.
Funny dude.
Yeah.
Everything. Players love him, so it's great that he got his ring.
Yeah.
Terrell Suggs freaking snuck another ring.
Oh, no. I got one better. Morris Claiborne.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Don't let us pull out the list of Redskins that were on that team.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of Cowboys on that team.
And that was just him and Anthony Hitchens.
It was one other, wasn't it? Was it another linebacker?
Not that I know of.
Wilson or something like that?
Damian Wilson was on there?
Yeah. Yep.
Damn.
Damian Wilson, too. Yep.
Look.
I'm not mad that those guys are gone. Because let me tell you something. When I tell you Morris Claiborne used to get baked.
I don't know. Everybody was so hyped when y'all draft. Oh, we got Morris Claiborne.
But here's the thing.
His ass was
Cowboys fans,
cooked.
the Cowboys fans that I know, we wasn't
Sunday.
so. My homeboy Dre was so sold on him. But we were like, dog, that LSU defense, was tough.
Oh,
They
yeah.
had talent
they
across the board.
Absolutely,
So he gonna look good on a talented defense like that.
Yeah.
He get
And they
exposed.
said he was the second highest rated corner.
Didn't he
Since
play
Deion
across
Sanders.
from Patrick Peterson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They say he's
And with Tyrann Mathieu?
yes. They
Ew.
said he was the second highest rated corner since Deion Sanders.
And he was inactive for that Super
This
Bowl.
is why Bama's need to
Damn,
be
he was
fired.
inactive.
Yeah, he was inactive.
Oh, big shout out to Breland because he was cooking.
Breland was
Yeah.
cooking when he was a Redskin, by the way.
Huh?
I don't know. Whoa.
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
If you gonna bring up that one game against
I was about to
Dez
say, I
Bryant,
remember Dez used to bake his.
I don't know about Bacon.
I don't know about
I can
Bacon,
pull up.
yeah.
We can pull him up.
I'll say this.
We can pull it up.
Hey, who's in the league? Who's not? Anyway.
All right, somebody cue the music.
We about to. Well, I mean, never mind.
Cue the
I'm
music.
waiting for teams to call me. I can still play.
And we better pick him up too.
I want y'all to.
Yeah,
I really want you
Yeah.
to.
Oh, Dez as the 4 wide, third or the slot. I'll take that.
Run a 5-4.
Y'all really tempted me to do a Cowboys Redskins episode.
Oh, we can do it.
Of the Commissioner's Report. Thank y'all for joining us for another episode of the
That was a long
Commissioner's Report.
episode.
That was a long episode, but there was a lot to talk about, especially in the CGI Sports Den.
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
most definitely.
It was fun as always. Make sure that you're following us. You can keep up with CGI Madden League and the commissioners of the CGI Madden League at CGI Madden League on Twitter, Clutch Gene League on YouTube, and Clutch Gene Intel on Podbean. Podbean is our podcast hosting website. And that'll be all for us.
All right, fellas. Until next time.
For the Solution 113 from Mad88 Titan Thanos, I am the_game 836. You can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram on those social media platforms at the_game 836. Till next time, be easy, everybody.
Yo.
Peace.